We have made it to our campsite. This is called the Ebb Flow Rest Camp. It is in a section, the wilderness section of the Garden Route National Park. I booked it in advance online because, it's kind of rolling into season and we're finding some campsites full. But we booked 3 nights here because it's supposed to be very peaceful and loaded with birds. Now the prices of this place for the camping for 2 adults and our van along the riverfront with an electrical connection, because we still need that. Curt's back hasn't allowed him to work on fixing our electrical system yet.
Hot dogs and old man back.
But maybe we'll be able to do that here. His back is getting better, just so you guys know, but it's not 100%. But the campsite was about $25 a night, give or take a couple of dollars. But then you also have to pay the conservation fee and the entrance fee to enter the national park. And for 2 adults, that is also about $25 a piece. So a little over $12 per person. So $25 for the 2 of us for the park entrance. So that makes this campground be about $50 US a night, but it includes the park entrance. And there are some amazing birds here. The mystery trogon that Curt's been trying to find is supposed to live here, but it is very difficult. And then another cool blue-green bird with a cool head. I can't remember his name, but he's supposed to be pretty easy to see here. And at least 3 different types of kingfishers. Now we're already seeing little deer and ducks and Egyptian geese, and we settled into our campsite number 104 right here. We have a braai. Curt is over there checking out the river. This is supposed to be a bird watching paradise. Some canoe people have already gone by. We'll see if we get adventurous and do that. And there is a trail just on the other side of this river that I know Curt is going to do because it's where he finds his mystery bird.
So my back is still boogered up, and so, man, this is a beautiful spot. It's terrible timing for me. I really want to be out looking for these birds here, but it is what it is. And we decided that we'd do some work while we were sitting here, but we need internet to do our work. And so we moved up here closer out of the canyon a little bit, and we have a beautiful view. All these spots were full when we came in here last night, and one just opened up, so we pulled on up here, and we had a deer come by, or an antelope come by our place, our other place. But here, look, there's 4 of them, and one of them's a buck. He's got those little stub horns on his head. Look at that. And we've got this big boulder wall behind us, and the ducks and the birds will land up there, and you can just hear their sounds echoing throughout this canyon right here.
We gotta plug in.
And as part of it, we gotta plug in. But look at this beautiful view, guys. What are you doing, Snow?
Putting out our little twinkle lights. We don't have a tree to hang them in, but I'm just gonna lay them on the ground. So when we're doing the braai tonight to have more hot dogs, we'll have a little light if we want. got new views, new birds, new sounds and smells. It's always nice to move, isn't it, guys? Especially when we only had to drive 1 minute. Another really cool thing about this campsite is it has washing machines. And they were available. And sometimes you get to an overlanding campsite and you have to wait in line, and it can be really crowded because overlanders are always looking for places to do their clothes. But this campsite, especially on the weekend, seems more like a weekend warrior type place where families come out and set up tents, or they have little caravan trailers, not full timers. So I went over there early this morning and it was empty. So I've already been able to wash 2 loads of clothes. I've swapped them over to the dryer, and now I just need to go over there and get them out of the dryer, fold them, and put them away. But it's a full-time van lifer or overlander. Finding places to do your laundry along the way is really, really nice. Now, at this campsite, you buy coins, special coins, up at the reception when you're checking in. So you don't even have to come with change. You just buy the special coins at the reception and wash and dry away. Now, the big thing is, how good are these dryers? Are my clothes actually going to be dry, or are we going to have to get out the clothesline to finish them off? So I never reported back on the laundry. I'm happy to report everything was dry except for 2 pair of socks, and that's easy enough just to put on the dash until it finishes drying. So they were pretty decent dryers. So we are all clean in the van, at least the laundry anyway. And now it is in the afternoon. It is kind of a gloomy weather day, but the birds have started stirring on the other side of the river here and behind us, but we're focusing on the other side of the riverbank. And there is a bird here. I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, so we'll put the proper spelling on the screen here. But it's called the Kingfisher Taruco or a lorry, and I think Curt just spotted a duck of some sort. But it is a beautiful bird. It's black with a definite green tint to it, a lighter colored head, and a really cool shiny mohawk. It's a bigger bird too. What we have learned about it is that it definitely lives in this area. It loves this part of the world. It's pretty much only found in South Africa, mainly along the Garden Coast. There's a little section up by Johannesburg where they say they're at too. But it lands in these trees and it eats fruits. And Curt has been able to get the camera on a few of them, but they are super camouflaged. So it's difficult once they get in that thick stuff. So we keep waiting for one to land on a clear branch. Now when they're flying, it is really easy to spot them because underneath their wings is a bright, incredibly vivid red. So you almost can't miss them when they're flying. But as soon as they land in one of these thick trees, it's like they disappear. So we've decided to take our coffee break outside. You'll see this towel down on the ground, and that's because Curt's back is still giving him a fit. And our outdoor chairs don't seem too comfortable for his back. So right now he prefers the ground. He's got the big camera on the tripod, and we are looking for birds.
I've been dreaming of a geranium. Put my hands above. You were made to love. Piggybacks and bonfires. Summer nights and big bites. Talking to your best friend. Company you can't pretend. You are not alone in this. Look at all your names. No one is a stranger. No one is a stranger. I belong to kingdom come. You are from the other world. Blessed be the blessing of a stranger.
All right, guys, it's time for a little project. And first, let me show you the dilemma. So some of you guys been following along know we had a problem with our inverter, and fortunately here where everything is in 220, I was able to get a 12 volt in, 120 volt output, 3000 watt inverter. Now that's what I had before, but that's this inverter right here. So if you can see, the size is just significantly different. Now what I got going on here is because everything I plug into is 220 and I wired the van for 110. In Brazil, I had this piece installed right here. So this brings 220 and drops it down to 110. So now I have 110 in the van to run my house and to charge my stuff. So that's what happens right there. And this is a little switch. So I need to figure out how to take this little space right here and take this inverter off that's dead and put this big old clunky thing in there. Now, I've had other components fail, and every time I've gone to Victron after a failure, because my Victron MPPT has been with me since the beginning. This is the second inverter that's died, so we're going with, and I've had a charger die as well, which is separate. I have a Victron now as well. So anyway, in short, I need to move this piece right here and this piece right here and possibly this little power switch box to make room for that new inverter. So that's what's on the agenda. All right, just give you guys a little side-by-side here. They have about the same footprint. It's just the Victron is about twice as wide. So anyway, I think it's gonna squeeze down in there. We're about to test it and see.
Kurt just said the magic words.
It's a tight fit. I still got a bit of wiring to do, but you guys can look at it there. And it's mounted, it's in there, and I just got to do the 110, the 12 volts hooked up. I got to put the fuse cover for the battery on there for my supply line, and yeah, I just got to
But you got the hard cables that are on the bottom wired in, right?
Everything's wired into the inverter. What's not done is I got to wire the inverter back into the house 110.
Okay.
And so
but that wire's dangling out.
I have a little switch right here. It's already hooked up to the inverter. I just got to hook. So basically, in theory, the hard part is completely done. We just got to hook up 3 more wires.
And then turn it on.
Safe it up and we're good to go.
Moment of truth is here. Kurt is about to go flip the switch and see if this thing comes on. All right, Kurt, go do it. Cross your fingers, guys. No, but I think I need to turn the switch back. It was as easy as just flipping a switch that had got bumps during the install. The new inverter's in and it works and it fits.
Time to get it cleaned up, put away, tucked away. These cats want
they want their bed back.
They want their house back.
Yeah, so let's get this done and then I'll see if Kurt will let me make lunch. Probably not because he's the chef, but we'll see. He needs to rest that back. It's not 100% yet. Good job, Curty. Woohoo! So Kurt's back was aching enough that he turned me loose in his kitchen.
Old man back.
And we have some bacon, red onions, and red peppers sauteed with butternut ravioli and tomato cream sauce with some cream cheese and diced tomatoes.
It's fancy.
This one's yours. It's got a few more raviolis. I don't know if it's gonna taste good or not. It may be a bit garlicky because your garlic powder comes out rather quickly. So we'll see. What's the verdict? No pressure. Is it good? All right. I did it. All right, we're gonna eat and then relax from the big electrical adventure that Curt did this morning with our view of the river.
Good morning, everyone. Good news, we are going on a hike today. Finally, we've been hanging out at this place 3 days and it is stunning. We've got this beautiful campsite along the river, and well, the Kingfisher birds have been flying up and down the river, and you can hear the geese, the Egyptian geese, going crazy. They're all sitting up there along that wall, squawking at the ones down here and back and forth. There's also guineas running around, cool birds, beautiful tranquil river. There's deer running around in here. And I guess what? I got the inverter put in. My old man back finally gave me a little bit of a break. I pushed through, and well, today's our last day here. And snow found the Narna Trogan. And so today I think it's about a 3-hour hike round trip up to a waterfall. And the people we've been talking to in this park, some have spotted it, some have not. We never know. This is the nature. But I'm going looking, guys. So let's go. All right, we can see the trail, and we are here, and we're gonna stay right along the river. People have told me that right through here, there's definitely been Trogon spotted. And so then we come up, there's supposed to be a little pontoon crossing, and then we come on up along the river to the waterfall. They're estimating 3 to 4 hours. So let's go get this Kingfisher trail done. All right, a couple of quick things. I really don't want to talk too much to this hike because I don't want to spook my bird. But this forest is really a dense, beautiful forest. And I got up early this morning, about 5:30, and got on the trail at about 6. So it's still a little bit dark, but it's very green and lush. And I can tell you, there's all sorts of thicket up in here for these two birds to hide. But the trail is in really good shape. In fact, through some of the parts, there's a boardwalk through here. And initially there was a boardwalk in and some stairs over a steep part. But a lot of it's natural. Here we can see the big roots hugging the earth. And it is a beautiful morning, guys, and I'm glad you're here with me. Look at this, guys. We've turned the corner a little bit, and we get just a little peek for the first time out of the canopy, and the whole mountain face is just covered with these trees. Look at this. And we're getting to an area with lots of ferns, so it's definitely changed. So this Kensa Draco Lori, that is a beautiful bird. And the cool thing about that bird is it just kind of sits in the tree and squawks almost like a loud cricket. And so you can just find it. I mean, you listen to the noise and you keep. Hear that noise? That's one. But they're striking birds. They just have incredible camouflage. Their body's sort of dark and their neck is just a deep shade of green. And then they have a little white bits on their crown of their head. And it just looks like when you're looking up at them, they look like a tree. And the little white bits look like a shimmer of the sky through there. And they literally get up in a tree and disappear. And you'll be watching them and all of a sudden you're like, where did it go? But stunning creatures, but very well camouflaged. And the trogon is a similar bird, and I should tell you so you can help me look for it. The trogon is a green bird with a red breast. Now, there are a lot of different kinds of trogons, but that's the one we're looking for. He's also got some powder blue under his eyes. No, I haven't seen one, so I'm going to pause the description right there. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I can show you guys. But I've been hanging out here near the pontoon boat where we crossed the river for about 10-15 minutes. A lady said she's seen him here a couple times ago. And I didn't see any. Egyptian goose just came in and landed. But we're going to keep moving down this trail and cross this little self-propelled pontoon to the other side.
I was lost in a city dream, and
Pull
I
yourself across.
was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me, and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded was blown away and left behind. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up up will rise.
All right, looks like we're only about halfway. You can see sort of steady climb. Then we got a steep one up here, a big tough section. So we're working our way through it. I turned the corner and my jaw just dropped. Look at this. There's kind of a little creek bed through here. I wanted to call it a dry river bed. It's almost dry. I'm sure sometimes it is, but there's just a little water coming down here. But as you turn the corner, you can just see up the river. And there are these, I don't know if they're some kind of iris or whatever, but they're bushy plants with these yellow flowers that shoot out from them. And with all the green, lush sawgrasses, it's just really stunning through here, guys. Some white iris over there. Look at this. We just came up pretty steep through a big section there. This boardwalk and handrail is really nice, and the temperature is perfect. What a beautiful, peaceful morning. We still haven't found a trogon, but believe me, it hasn't been for lack of trying. Here we go. It looks like we made it to the steep stairs. And I don't know how high these things are gonna go. I think it's only about 70 meters. But initially they're pretty steep. But it's nice to have stairs and a handrail. Although I have no problem walking on Mother Earth. Guys, this is a super nice trail, but we're on a boardwalk again. We've climbed up the stairs. Looks like we got a little downhill, but this opened up. And look at that house up there. Talk about a view. And there's even some more up on top of that. Wow. All right, we are back down at the river's level, and I can hear water racing. So I don't know. We've climbed a long ways. I'm nervous we still have a huge climb left. But the boardwalk just wraps around this river. So there's really absolutely nothing to complain about. Sometimes you get these big old rocks that just look like they've kind of fallen apart. And definitely down below, the river has picked up.
There is a path up to the waterfall if you come up the rocks here.
Oh, there's another little bit right there. Thank you. All right, guys, we made it just here to the waterfall, as you can see. And this is actually a pretty cool waterfall. It's kind of a double, and you get to kind of play on the rocks. I had to scamper and crawl around to get up to the top waterfall, sort of the hidden secret waterfall. But it's nothing giant or anything like that, but the way it just has carved through the centuries down over these boulders and chunked some of them off. It's just always a beautiful sight to behold, where the water cuts its way through the land, makes its mark. But we're gonna head back down. You guys know by now we still haven't found the Trogon. But we're looking. And I didn't pull out the big camera yet because I was waiting for that specific bird. So I may pull out the camera on the way back, not sure. But anyway, if I don't see a Trogon, I'll see you back at the van.
Sometimes I look around and wonder why we are here, you wrapped in life. And if there's others, if there ever was, peering back high above. And if they tried to capture you in light, reflecting mirrors in the night. They tried to reach you through a telescope. They'll never really know the glimmer from the gold. Somewhere in sleeping towns that shine away, where it leads, none can say. Into infinity will we always grow. Where it stops, no one knows. But don't try to capture all the light, reflecting mirrors in the night. They try to lead you through a telescope, but they'll never really know all that there is to home. Oh. I'll be a passenger of light, reflecting craters in the night. They'll look beyond you through a telescope. But they'll never really know the miracle of home. Oh.
Now that's a new one.
He made it back.
I'm an old man.
We are reunited. He was gone a little over 4 hours. While he was gone, I got the van ready to go. He caught me. I almost had it 100%
It was
ready.
a big chore too, guys. I left out, and she had chairs and water to fill and trash to
grill
empty.
things and litter boxes to clean, all sorts of stuff. And then I pulled up and was filling the van up with water right when he got here, so it was actually perfect timing. But we are headed to town to get some groceries because we're headed to a pretty, I don't know if it's fancy or special, or we're headed to a pretty cool camp, I hope, I think. So we need to stock up on some groceries before we head that way. I think it's a good time to wind this video down.
We're gonna go do a little fancy camping.
A little fancy camping in our next episode.
See you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.